Hello everyone, and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I'm your host, Stan, and this is a blue collar wine program where really we just try to make you try and make you feel comfortable about your palate, help you find good wines at good values, and just that's the general idea. And today we're going to do Pinot Noir. And there's a couple of reasons I'm doing Pinot Noir. First of all, we're getting into the spring, summer. Around here, that means salmon season's coming upon us, and of course Pinot Noir is perfect with salmon. God, that introduction was just terrible. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what I was doing there. And the second reason I'm doing Pinot Noir is because Easter is coming up, and for a lot of people that do celebrate Easter, they will have a ham. And one of the really good wines that matches up with ham is Pinot Noir. And of course Pinot Noir is a huge, very popular wine. Still, even years after the movie Sideways, it's continuing in its popularity. And of course Pinot is grown in many places in the world. Some of the top places it is grown, of course, is in California. Of course Burgundy and New Zealand is starting to be an up-and-coming place where Pinot Noir is from. And of course, I hope I mentioned Oregon, which is probably one of the better spots, aside from Burgundy, where Pinot Noir is grown. So we have two wines from the Willamette Valley, and one wine from Edna Valley down in the Central Valley of California, and one in Monterey from the Santa Lucia Highlands. So, let's get started. We're going to start off with the Terrapin Cellars 2012 Oregon Pinot Noir, Willamette Valley. And this one rolls in at $16. Let's get a picture of that label there. Now I have to just say, in my behalf, I've been a little bit laid up. I stepped on a nail outside, head up. So it wasn't the point, it was the head of the nail went right through my foot, and that was last Friday, and I'm a little off my A game, so I apologize if that intro was a little weak, but anyway, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying, I'm just not on my A game. I haven't shot a video since last week sometime, so a lot's been going on, and we're just going to get rolling with this, so I can get back in the groove, get back going. And, I thought Pinot Noir would be a good way to start. So let's see, this Terrapin 2012 Pinot Noir from Willamette Valley. 2012 is classic vintage out of Oregon and Washington. And the cool thing about it, and if you watch the interview I did with Kurt Johnson from Beaufrere's, he even mentioned that the winemaker is really, really looking forward to the 2012 vintage. And so let's see what we get on the nose. So classic, now this one's interesting. It's got that cherry kind of thing, a little bit of black tea, and a little bit of earth, which a lot of people would like. It's got a little bit of that like beauty bark flavors, or smells, excuse me. But a lot of cherries, and a lot of, I get a little, maybe just a slight hit of root beer on the nose. So cherry, beauty bark, root beer, a little bit of earth. Let's see what we get on the palate. This has like a really burnt match component on it. A lot of, it's a little bit awkward. I get that bark cherry, but it's just got this a weird kind of funky acidity thing going on. I'm not liking this at all. It's got, the bark is there, the cherry is there. It's got a really funky, I don't know how to describe it, like burnt match acid bark. You know, nothing seems to kind of flow across the palate very well. Now this would be what one, I mean, it really, really bitter on the back end. Really awkward. There isn't any really nice flow across this. This is not a very well made Pinot Noir. Now I was a little bit nervous about that because I've had this in the past, and I just kind of had memories of this when this sample bottle was given to me. And I thought, man, the last terrapin I tried was not that good. This continues to disappoint me. Even at $17, I've tasted far better, and you would expect a lot better than that from the 12 vintage. I'm just not feeling it, boys. I'm going to have to give that one a D-. Let's move on. I don't give a lot of wines D-, but oh, I don't know. Don't waste your money. Now we're going to move on to a very iconic producer of Pinot Noir in the Willamette Valley, Ken Wright. He has some awesome Pinot. I've always been a big fan of his. But this is Willamette Valley Pinot Noir. He's got a lot of vineyard designate Pinots, but this one is just a straight up Willamette Valley. Goes for $30 compared to $60 for his other ones. So this would be considered a value play for him. And this one is also, I believe, 2012. Let's see what we get on the nose. So this has a classic. I get a little bit of strawberry, cherry, Earl Grey tea. I get a little bit of that bark on the palate too. This is very perfumed. There's some red flower notes coming through on this. And I do get a little bit of that root beer, which is not uncommon. A lot of wine guys like to say sarsaparilla. It makes it sound a little fancier, but it's just, you know, it's got a little bit of that root beer. Not a strong amount, but a little bit. The bark's coming through. Nice nose. Let's see what we get on the palate. Nice dark cherry bark. Get a little bit of that black tea, that Earl Grey tea thing going on. A little bit of that orange peel. Much nicer flow across the palate. Good balance of acid and fruit. Still earthy, what you would like from a Pinot Noir. Certainly nice and elegant. Has all those characteristics that you're looking for. I wouldn't say it's Burgundian because it doesn't have, you know, some of those other like funky elements sometimes that you get out of Burgundy, but it's definitely on that side of the play. It doesn't go to that California sunshine, you know, Syrah love. Very nice. A little bit of black olive on this one. Yeah, very nice. Doesn't go to the bitter side. I'll revisit the terrapin real quick after going through some of these just to make sure I didn't have something in my mouth to throw me off. But the Ken Wright is definitely a much nicer Pinot Noir, more balance, good fruit, good acidity, nice earthiness, which a lot of you Pinot Noir lovers are looking for. You don't like those Pinots. Some of you do. And that's the beauty of Pinot Noir from different areas of the world, is you get different profiles that fit different palates. I like this one. I think it's a really good food Pinot Noir because of the acidity, because of the earthiness makes it good. It's on the savory side versus the fruity side. And I love the that black tea element, that, you know, that you can get that darker fruit flavors, but stays elegant, stays pretty, has those nice red flower components to it. I like that one a lot. I'm going to give the Ken Wright a B+, a much nicer Pinot Noir, $30, which is a pretty good price for Oregon Pinot Noir. Yeah, B+. Let's move on to the next one. Now we're going into California, Edna Valley, down a little further south in the Central Coast area. There's a lot of great places in California for Pinot Noir. And some people criticize some of the Pinot from California because it goes to the dark side where, you know, so they've been accused of using Syrah. A lot of it's just the California sunshine. Let me give you an up-close look at this. This is a Claiborne and Churchill Pinot Noir, and it goes in for about $27. This is the first time I've ever tried this Pinot, so I'm kind of curious. Let's see what we get on the nose. So right off the bat, you get more of a fuller nose, a fruitier nose, a deeper fruit, which you would expect from a California Pinot. A lot of cherry, a little currant action going on. There's a little bit of earthiness to this one, a little barkish thing going on underneath the nose. I get some rose petal. It's almost a little bit of smokiness to the fruit. Very kind of perfumed, you know, the perfume, the flavors kind of pop out a little bit more than the other two Pinot Noirs. Let's see what we get on the palate. Good cherry notes, rose petal. Get a little hint of red currants on this. It's amazingly elegant for a California Pinot Noir. I like the red fruits that come through. They kind of penetrate. There's a little tiny hit of black tea, which is a quality about a Pinot Noir that I personally really like. I love it when a Pinot Noir shows a little bit of that black tea component. Very polished. I get a little bit of strawberry on the back side of this, kind of that ripe strawberry sitting on the red currants and the cherries. Very polished, very smooth, but at the same time you get that really kind of red floral component going on, which makes it really nice. A long finish. This is not overdone. This is really nice. I mean, this is a good Pinot from California. $27, good acidity. There's a little bit of a cola element that comes through on the mid palate into the finish. Good bottom line. I get that little bit of earthiness on the backside, which is good for a Pinot. I'm liking that one. I'm going to give that one a B+, A-. Price to quality. That is a nice effort from Claiborne and Churchill. Pinot Noir, Edna Valley, B+, A-. Nice Pinot. Let's move on to the next one. Now this one is from a very well-known producer, Talbot, out of the Santa Lucia Highlands, which is, you know, down up a little bit further north of the Monterey. It's up in the Monterey area. Make sure I got that right. Anyway, not too south of Santa Cruz, down in that area, on the Salinas Mountains, on the east-facing slopes of the Salinas Mountain. This is the Sleepy Hollow Vineyard, Santa Lucia Highlands, Talbot Logan Pinot Noir. And this rolls in at $38. And this is a 2010. So we're going back just a little bit. This could have been from my cellar. I can't remember. Let's see what we get on the nose. So I like this one's a little stinkified on the nose. Has a little bit of that kind of stinky element that you get from a lot of Burgundian Pinot Noirs. Pinot Noirs from Burgundy. Definitely a red flower, cherry, strawberry on the nose. I get a little bit of a vanilla component coming through. And there's a little bit of that kind of earthiness, that savory earthiness that you get on Pinot Noir so many times. The color on this is a little bit darker than the other three. Let's see what we get on the palate. A much bigger Pinot Noir, but certainly not as big as I've seen them. This is nice. Nice cherry, strawberry sort of combination. Very polished, very smooth, but at the same time it digs a little deeper in the rich component. Has a little bit of that cola action. I'm just going to check the alcohol content is 14%. Certainly not outrageous. A little warmer down there. Of course, we expect that maybe the alcohol will be a little bit higher. This has a nice little black raspberry hit on the back end. Long finish. Even get a little touch of white pepper, which is interesting. So this one lands more into what you would expect, maybe from a California Pinot Noir, sans any Syrah. I certainly don't get Syrah this. There's a hint of smokiness on the back end, but it's not prominent. Very well made Pinot Noir. A lot of people would like this one. $38, good value for what, you know, there's a lot of Pinots that are much more expensive than this one. Very well made. I don't know if you can get your hands on the 2010, but certainly I know that Talbot Sleepy Hollow Vineyard is very consistent. They do a nice job. I'm going to give this one an A-B+, same as the Claiborne Churchill. Both of them are excellent in their own ways. So, you know, with Easter coming up, you're probably looking for some good Pinot Noir. You're willing to spend just a little bit more. You know, it's a special occasion. Certainly, you know, these are good options for you. I'm just going to go back to the terrapin just in case I had something in my mouth that might have thrown me off. Yeah. No. Don't go there. I'm not telling you what to do, but nada. Even at $16, you might feel like you wasted your money. So thanks for watching. I know I haven't been, I've been missing a few, which maybe that's a good thing for you guys. I do appreciate you watching. I appreciate it when you comment on the videos. It means a lot to me. And I hope I'm really helping you to not only learn something about what to buy, but maybe throw in a little bit of tidbits here and there about certain things that are very helpful for your wine knowledge. And certainly, you know, that's really my purpose in doing these videos, is to help you find good values, help you spend your money wisely, but also teach you something along the way. Well, I hope you have a great day today. I'm looking forward to watching the NCAA finals between UConn and Kentucky with my son. It's a ritual we have every year. I really enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and here's to keeping the snob out of wine.